Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm alongside Adamo Ritaco to review the Derby della Madonnina where Milan went on to lose 1-0 against Inter. Goal coming in from Guarin. And guys, I can't say it, but I'm really disappointed to not having picked up a result and suffering our second loss in 3 games so far in the start of the Serie A season. Not a bad performance from Milan altogether, I have to say. Actually quite impressed with how we actually coped against Inter despite the lineup that actually started, in which we'll be going into a bit more details later on into this review. But overall, it's always the same problems. I find a lot of individuals making errors which lead to chances from Inter, or and overall can't succeed from the chances that we tried to create. And at the end of the day, even though we had more chances, we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and Inter got the result. So I think overall we deserved more. Definitely didn't deserve a loss, but at the same time, it's the goals that count, and the result was there for Inter. What did you think about the match overall, Adamo? Do you think we deserved more as a team, as a result altogether? Did you think maybe Milan could have definitely won this game at some points in the match? Or what did you think in overall about it?
Yeah, I definitely think we should have got more from this match. I mean, comparing the lineups, Inter were clearly superior, especially in the midfield. They were very, very dominant. But Milan managed to pull a fantastic performance, especially the first half. They were completely dominant over Inter. And, it was probably one of the best first half performances Milan have had in a number of years. And, I think that if we did take our chances, obviously we could have won this match. Luis Adriano with a couple opportunities behind Handanovic doing well. Later on in the match, as we saw Balotelli with a screamer that nearly went in. That could have been another chance for Milan. So we had a lot of opportunities, which is good to see that we're actually creating chances now. And, I think it was good for Milan to have that first step, but we really lacked that finishing touch to be able to get the 3 points today. I'm quite surprised with a couple of performances like Kuchka, Montolivo, 2 players that I expected to, kind of do below average today, and actually did quite good. So overall, I think I'm very, very happy with the performance, but I'm very, very kind of baffled with the result.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we did have many chances, as we mentioned. Luis Adriano, I counted 3 chances there for him in the opening 15 minutes. Maybe if there was someone else, he could have converted at least one of them. But especially that very first chance, I think it was in the opening 3 minutes. You're not going to get any better chances than that in a derby. And I think he should have put that away. But besides that, I'm going to talk a bit about the starting lineup and some things that I found very odd. We mentioned in the preview it was between De Jong and Montolivo, the starting position in the middle. Montolivo was preferred to De Jong, which really, at the end of the day, he didn't do too bad. Montolivo, obviously still going to be making those errors. It's normal. But I think he had a fair game. He didn't have a very good game or a very bad game. I think he did just okay. Besides that, Kuchka very much impressed me. I think he did some very good movements, especially in that first half, not so much in the second. And for me, the main problem goes back to the summer mercato. Inter bought the pieces that they were missing in that midfield. They reinforced it very well. While I am pretty sure I don't need to remind you guys, but Milan did not do anything on that midfield, besides spending the money on Bertolacci. But I'm not going to bring back that transfer talk all over again. But at the end of the day, there goes some clear signals as to why Inter is 3-0 and Milan is 1-2. So, I mean, that is the difference at the end of the day. Also, another talking point that I really wanted to mention and talk with you, Adamo, was, of course, Keisuke Honda. The player started as a trequartista, which, in my opinion, you might have started him as a trequartista, or you might have started Bonaventura there. I understand the lack of creativity in the midfield as to why Mihajlovic may have chose to put Bonaventura instead in the midfield and Honda as a trequartista, but it doesn't make any sense, guys, as to how this guy could be playing 80 minutes by walking on the pitch in the derby. Like, make some reasoning out of it, guys. Another thing, Balotelli coming on, he did very well. I was actually very impressed. He made a very good impact as soon as he came on with two good chances, as Adamo mentioned. Really great chances. One was saved by Andanovic, the other one with the outside post shot. Overall, Balotelli did a good game. He was replacing Bacca. And that is another question I'm asking myself. Was Bacca injured, or was Mihajlovic really trying to replace him with Balotelli? Because in my opinion, if he chose Cherchi to replace Honda after 80 minutes, he may as well have done that with the Balotelli change instead and put Balotelli later on for Bacca or whatever it was. Those are some points that I'm really not understanding. And to me, once again, Honda, to see him play 80 minutes, which personally I don't even think he was playing. He was walking around the pitch, with a very big disappointment. I will give him a 2 on 10 for his performance today. Really, it's unacceptable altogether. What did you make of him, Adamo?
Well, I think, Honda, I think Mihajlovic was just hoping to God that Honda would do something today, and we saw that he didn't do that. Kind of proving for Balotelli's case that Balotelli could be the starting attacking midfielder in future games to come. With Luis Adriano and Bacca both doing quite well in all the fixtures Milan have played, it's going to be hard to bench them. So I think when Menez comes back and when Balotelli is fully fit, I think we'll start seeing them in the lineup over Honda. He's very on and off. Like some games he'll have a couple good passes here and there, score a free kick, but most games, I'd say about 70%, he's quite poor. And I think Milan definitely need to find a solution to that, because you can't be having arguably the most important part of the pitch in the trequartista in the 4-3-1-2 performing that poorly. So I think Milan are going to have to do something very, very soon, or else they're going to be suffering a lot of results like today. Because if Honda was on the bench, even for somebody like Cherchi, I think Cherchi did more than Honda in the couple minutes that he had, and he's not a player that we really look to do that. So I think we definitely need to resolve this Honda situation. I don't think he's the camp to go with in the future unless he starts performing, of course. But I think Balotelli could definitely fit in there, and hopefully that'll be the case once he's fully fit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, once again, Honda not able to perform in important matches. Let's be honest, guys. And like many players on this Milan side, he's inconsistent. Now, I'm not going to throw shit at Honda because there's a lot of players that are really inconsistent, let's be honest, in this Milan side. But you can't have a guy like him playing in a derby, guys. In a derby, maybe 80 minutes against another team would have been fine, even. But, even that is not acceptable. But a derby, to see him walk 80 minutes, I don't know what was going on through Mihalovic's mind. But for me, this is a big sign that either, as you mentioned, Balotelli should start behind Carlos Bacca and Luis Adriano. You saw what he's capable of. We know that he's able to play a bit more behind to get the ball from the midfield, so I think it shouldn't be a problem for him in that position. So, honestly, I would like to see a nice trio of Balotelli as the center attacking mid and Bacca, Luis Adriano up front. Some final thoughts on this derby, Adamo. I think it was a pretty exciting derby altogether, a very good match by both sides, something that we hadn't seen in a very long time, let's be honest. Derby della Madonnina is always supposed to be a great spectacle for the fans from both sides of the city, and we hadn't seen that so much in the past few years, but today I think with all the new acquisitions that these two teams have done, we finally got to relive some of those great moments of the Derby della Madonnina. What did you think about this derby as a match overall and the spectacle that it gave to the fans?
Yeah, I think the importance of the derby has definitely been kind of resolved this past summer mercato with all the new acquisitions brought in, as you said, and with these teams, as I mentioned in the preview, being projected to make Europe. So there's actually importance to games like this rather than just being a simple derby. And the fans were in full force today. Pretty sure the stadium was practically sold out, if not it was. But yeah, so hopefully in the future derby, I can come out on top. It would definitely be good to see, because today's performance was fantastic, but I think Milan could have got a bit more. We were talking about Honda. Maybe if we didn't have Honda in there, we could have got a bit more from today, or if Luis Adriano finishes chances. So maybe in the future derby, we'll see kind of like a trio, as you mentioned, of Bacca, Luis Adriano, and Balotelli, with Balotelli kind of playing a free role. So hopefully that will be the case in the next derby. Overall, great game, but sucks that Milan didn't get all 3 points, or even 1 point at that.
Definitely, we deserve more, and we have to finish our chances. I think those are 2 points to take away from this game. But on that note, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything AC Milan. More videos coming your way regarding Inter against AC Milan here on the channel, with some fan cams as well as ultra videos. So be true to the channel, subscribe, and we'll be posting very soon. Thank you for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off from Rossoneri TV. And as always, Forza Milan.